Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, Siriana Tarot. This is going to be a Mercury Retrograde in Libra twin flame reading. So Mercury is retrograding in Libra on September 27th and it's going to stay there for about 3 weeks. And it has us going over old ground and rediscovering things on a different level. We're going to look at how we do relationships, our habits when we're trying to build intimacy, and most of all, how to process emotions and make healthy adjustments within our lives, and especially on this twin flame journey. So what I'm going to do, Scorpio, is I'm going to read the Divine Feminine on the left, the Divine Masculine on the right, and then we'll see what's going on within this connection. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. Let's see what my Scorpios on a twin flame journey need to hear for this Mercury retrograde in Libra. So we've got truth. So the Divine Feminine standing in her truth, in her sovereignty, in her power. There could be a truth that has been or will be expressed to the Divine Feminine during this Mercury retrograde in Libra. The Divine Masculine is tapping into that subconscious, or may not quite realize why he's being drawn to do or to say certain things or to move towards the Divine Feminine, but it's coming up to the surface, whatever's in his subconscious. Now remember, when I say he or him or she or her, I had to be careful with my pronouns there. I'm talking about energy, okay? I'm not talking about gender. And what's going on between you guys. There's a lot going on and coming up to the surface. Look at this red. It kind of looks like red hot mercury coming to the surface from the subconscious for the Divine Masculine. And we see divine intervention. So the divine has definitely stepped in within this connection, you guys, either to bring you guys together, or there may be work to be done before you guys can come together. Contemplation. So definitely there's a lot of thinking going on. Can be some overthinking, but again, there's a truth here being revealed that's going to cause the Divine Feminine and the Divine Masculine to both sort of take a good hard look, okay, at what they want, what they deserve, how they're feeling. All right, so let's take a look here at, first we're going to start with the Divine Feminine, what she may be thinking or feeling during this Mercury retrograde in Libra. So we've got the Seven of Wands. Okay, so the Divine Feminine here is feeling a bit tired, maybe a little exhausted. It can also be an energy, though, that she let her walls and her barriers down, and that could be to allow this truth in. Or it could also be that she was blocking the truth, didn't want to see the truth of the situation, this relationship, or what was going on. But it's an energy here feeling quite exhausted. She's viewing the Divine Masculine as the Six of Cups. Okay, so I heard as a soulmate. So the Divine Feminine may not be quite sure if this is her twin flame or not. Maybe because things have been so difficult. I'm kind of getting the Divine Feminine giving up on the idea of a twin flame, or, you know, maybe starting to believe that this is actually just her karmic. There are very sweet feelings that she has, and there's also this past life memories that are coming up to the surface, either during meditation or prayer or during sleep. What the Divine Feminine doesn't see coming, the Star card. So there's a deep healing that's taking place, but she doesn't quite see that. Aquarius energy. I also feel the Divine Feminine hasn't been trusting her intuition because there's been some sort of energetic block to coming together with the Divine Masculine. And again, I feel like that has caused the Divine Feminine in this situation to doubt whether or not he's her twin or not. Maybe starting to think this is just a karmic situation. But I do feel there's also a deep healing that's taking place. And I feel like for a lot of my Divine Feminines, this is taking place during the dream space. So if you're not remembering your dreams, or you're feeling like a little bit funny or fuzzy when you wake up, it's because there's some sort of psychic surgery your guides may be doing while you're sleeping. All right. It's for your highest and your greatest good. But I also feel like a lot of you are waking up, or it's how you're feeling as you're coming into this Mercury retrograde. Maybe you feel like you're coming out of a fog, but I just feel that things are a little bit fuzzy, a little bit foggy for the Divine Feminine right now. And the outcome and advice is the Magician in reverse. Yeah, so this is all going down. This is my Mercury retrograde card, the Magician in reverse. Strong Gemini, Virgo energy. But I also feel it's really important to be conscientious and to speak and to communicate with intention during this period. I mean, we all know that with Mercury retrograde, there's more potential for mishaps or misunderstandings. But Spirit's saying that, you know, definitely there's a think before you speak, even if it's the truth. Even if it's the truth, to really think before you speak, and also pay very close attention to what you're thinking and saying to yourself. Because I feel like many of my divine feminines in this situations have talked themselves out of this being a twin flame journey, or have talked themselves out of success here. There's divine intervention because there's something that needs to come to the surface for the masculine before you guys can come together. There's something that he has either been avoiding, contemplating, or looking at about his patterns or karma or the current situation he's in or his behaviors that he won't be able to ignore for very long. Okay, so let's dig into the divine masculine here. How is he truly feeling? The Page of Pentacles. He's feeling unprepared. He's feeling nervous. He's not taking any action because there's this energy of, I'm not ready. And there's something, the divine masculine, and it has to do with this twin flame connection, but it's also a truth, a personal truth that the divine masculine has been avoiding. He may feel like he's just not ready yet to take these steps, and he may not be, and that could be that divine intervention. But this divine intervention can also be a push from the divine to, you know what, there's never a perfect time for this to come together, right? How he's viewing the divine feminine as the Hanged Man in reverse, Pisces energy, Neptunian energy. So I think he's starting to see very clearly that the divine feminine is his counterpart. He's also seeing the divine feminine as very wise and maybe having gone through a bit of a crown chakra upgrade. So the divine feminine may have pulled back. He may also have been intuitively, or maybe through conversation, picked up on or heard that she wasn't trusting her intuition. She couldn't see a way forward here. But he knows that she can. He knows that she has what it takes. He also feels like she's a bit more evolved or further along on the journey. I feel like he holds the feminine in very high regard, but sees that she has a lot of wisdom. Okay, so I feel like he's overthinking as well. He may have a few feelings of self-worth or energy of lack, because there's something here beneath the surface that needs to come to the surface during this retrograde period, something that he's been avoiding. So what he doesn't see, the Four of Pentacles, is that everything's going to come together. Divine masculine, I don't know if you're dealing with a Virgo or you're dealing with somebody who's an overthinker. Not that all Virgos are overthinkers. We have strong Pisces, Aquarius energy, Virgo, Gemini energy. But the Four of Pentacles is actually kind of beautiful because it's a destabilizing energy when it's in the reverse, but it's also, this is what needed to be broken down for the pieces to come together perfectly, so that there's a lot of collaboration, teamwork, that you guys, even if you're not together in the 3D, you know, in the 5D, in the remote soul planes, you guys are working together and building each other up. And in fact, you're not in separation. But the Four of Pentacles is also that the divine masculine, if he's been really holding on to and overthinking and avoiding, sort of looking at what needs to come to the surface to be purged and released, he will be letting go. And he will start to do that work or be doing that work. And the outcome advice energy for the divine masculine is a little bit of conflict. This is going to be a bit of a struggle. But I also feel that this Hanged Man in reverse is the divine masculine's energy. He's going through a major awakening, but I feel like it's sort of beginning. You know, he's out on the precipice of this shift, this paradigm shift, this awakening during this Mercury retrograde in Libra. I also feel that there may not be communication between you guys, 3D communication during this Mercury retrograde, or maybe there hasn't been, because I see that, you know, each of you are individually doing your own work. And it may be that you don't even know who each other are, right? But for a lot of you, I feel like the divine feminine, you've decided this divine masculine was just a karmic. But there's going to be some sort of intervention to prove otherwise, okay? And again, that's not for all of you. All right, Six of Pentacles in reverse. The Divine Masculine may be sort of going quiet or ignoring or not recognizing the Divine Feminine, or maybe he realizes the Divine Feminine doesn't recognize him as her true divine counterpart. Man, I keep doing that. Sorry about that. The camera keeps shifting. All right, Scorpio. So let's go ahead and see what's going on within this connection. What is being brought to the surface for this connection during this Mercury retrograde in Libra? The Emperor in reverse, yeah. So there's a distorted masculine energy here. And I feel like that's the divine masculine is being turned upside down. There's some sort of aha moment, some sort of awakening, some sort of breakdown, breakup, dissolution here. The Emperor in reverse is telling me that the divine masculine may not be completely ready for union with the divine feminine. Because he still has to purge and release here. He doesn't feel ready. He's not trusting himself. He's not in an energy of, of reciprocity yet, because there's still some work he needs to do on his own. And we get the Wheel of Fortune. So for many of you, there may be a karmic involved here. But I feel like this divine intervention is that things are on pause within this relationship. And that's the purpose of Mercury retrograde. It's not about pushing forward. It's about pausing, reflecting, okay, seeing what's coming to the surface to be purged and released, seeing the truth of the situation, something that you've been ignoring or oppressing. And that's why this wheel is paused. This is a pause in the action until this distorted masculine energy can be balanced or released or let go of. So we get the Strength card in reverse. Okay, so some of you may really need to work on that solar plexus chakra. I also see with the Seven of Wands in reverse and the Emperor in reverse, if you have been in union or you know who your twin flame is, it's really important that the divine feminine set really strong boundaries so that she can do this healing work right now. Because if this is an off and on connection, or if there's a karmic involved or what have you, it has been very depleting and very draining. So there's a need here for a lot of healing. And we see the Chariot card, Cancerian energy. Okay, lots of major arcana cards coming through here. Aries, Sag, Cancer, Leo, Gemini, Virgo, Aquarius, Pisces. So we're getting a lot of energy here, really powerful shifts and changes. But if you don't see a lot of movement within this connection, this divine intervention has purposely put this connection on pause, or until there's this karmic third party is released, or the divine masculine can clear this energy to purge and release what's coming up from, beneath the surface. And also, somebody here really needs to build their strength up before you guys can come into union. And we see the Five of Wands, there's conflict. There may be other people involved in this situation that are blocking this connection. It also feels like there are quite a number of challenges, and you might see them that way, Scorpio, but Spirit's asking you to really lean into it. When the time is right, this wheel will start to turn in your favor. And we're being put on pause or stopped here, or blocked for a reason, okay? So additional messages, please, for my dear Scorpios. We get Orphan. Okay, so what's coming to the surface, and this could be past life energy or karma. Scorpio, my divine feminines here are really dealing with loneliness, feeling as if they've been abandoned by their divine masculine. Wondering if they are alone. Maybe also, like I said earlier, contemplating if they even are on a twin flame journey, or is it all in my head? Is it something I've just invented? Yeah, so we get food and hunger. So the divine masculine, this is the essentials. This is the basics. This is what's coming to the surface. The divine masculine may also be extremely depleted right now, his energy, because he was avoiding purging and releasing this karma that was holding him back, that he didn't feel ready to really take a good hard look at. And I feel like there's strong energy here of not feeling good enough or not having enough. You may have experienced plague or famine in a past life. Okay, so just keep that in mind. And the divine masculine may also need to be reevaluating his relationship with food. Okay, that can be You know, it can be excess or it can be restrictive, you know, diets and that sort of thing that may need to be looked at here as well, okay? And we see medicine man or medicine woman. So I do feel that this connection is in the process of being healed, okay? Is in the process of being healed, and there may be this is that divine intervention, and I'm kind of getting there may be some sort of third party, whether it's a therapist, whether it's, you know, it's a like a priest or a pastor or a spiritual healer or a person or advice. It almost feels like this connection is going to be helped and supported by somebody in the 3D that's going to help bring you guys together or mediate this connection in some way. All right, so just keep that in mind. But there's definitely deep healing taking place. So let's see what other advice we have for my Scorpios on a twin flame journey. So we get embrace oneness with the universe. So there's that unity consciousness here coming through. And the divine feminine, this may be something that she's really been going through, you know, questioning whether or not she was even on a twin flame journey, questioning if there was anybody really truly out there. So it's about seeing the bigger picture. I feel like there are going to be some serious downloads here during the dream space, where you might wake up just feeling differently or seeing things differently, or maybe even actually feeling not alone in a dream. So just they're showing me the other night I had a dream of I was working in my dream, and my twin, this has happened before, my divine masculine shows up in my dream and he just watches. And I kind of look at him but continue doing what I'm doing, and when I look up again, he's gone. So it's an interesting energy, but it's like this feeling of maybe being alone but then realizing that you're not. Okay, so that's what I feel like the divine feminine may be experiencing. All right, and the divine masculine, let chance play its creative role in your life. So yeah, there's absolutely something that maybe, you know, feels like it's serendipity. It might not feel like it's good luck. It might feel like it's bad luck. There's some sort of shift and change here, and that's divine intervention. And it's definitely playing a role. So it could feel like a mishap. It could feel like an uncomfortable situation for the divine masculine, but it's really just divine intervention here, bringing you guys together. And we get make peace with your past. So there's that karma being released, that healing, burning away that which doesn't serve you at this point in time. So this connection is going through some pretty heavy SHIT, all right? So let's see what additional messages come through for my Scorpios on a twin flame journey. So Hannah, understanding, witness, and compassion. I love that. So that's for the divine feminine. And she's touching her heart chakra. So it's about really trusting your intuition, being a witness, listening to your heart. Because like I said, a lot of the divine feminines have either given up on this connection, chalked it up as a karmic, decided that they weren't on a twin flame journey, or that it wasn't going to happen for them in this lifetime. So I also feel it's extending compassion and love to yourself, understanding your triggers and your negative reactions here as well. And, you know, listening to the truth that the universe is sort of whispering in your ear, divine feminine. And she who persists, perspective, defiant, and persistent. So the divine masculine is not going to give up. But I also feel if the divine masculine has tried to avoid seeing the truth, dealing with what he needs to deal with, it's like there's divine intervention. There are going to be tower moments after tower moments here until this is dealt with. I feel like more than, you know, the divine masculine has what it takes to get through this, but there's challenge after challenge if he refuses to sort of do the work that he needs to. And then we get she who whispers. So did I just not say talk about whispers? I love when we get confirmation like this. Secrets, confessions, and confidant. But the universe absolutely is guiding you, whispering in your ear, giving you little nudges when you're seeing 1111, when you're seeing other number sequences and synchronicities. And, you know, just the other day, we found this red feather, a cardinal feather on the ground. So feathers, symbols, just, you know, all of that is the universe sort of talking to you, helping you, guiding you on this journey. All right. And both of you. So let's go ahead and see what's What final messages Spirit wants to bring forth for my Scorpios on a twin flame journey? I didn't know what I was doing. Yeah, I feel like that might be a little bit of the divine feminine here, like just feeling kind of confused, not feeling like she can trust herself or trust what she believed. Maybe even feeling hard, being hard on herself for giving up on this person or giving up on this connection. But there's just so much understanding and so much being revealed at this point in time. And telepathic communication, trust that you guys are linked. Again, I see you guys communicating a lot in the dream space, or if you're starting to feel feelings that they're not yours, or aches and pains and that sort of thing, you guys are really still connected, even if it seems like you're very far from one another. Okay, so I'm gonna leave it here, you guys. Sending you lots of love and light. Take care.